Good evening, everyone. I'm here, finally. I know I'm late. I'm always late. I apologize. Been doing a lot today, at least a lot this afternoon. But I'm here, and we're live. It's the Highlight Series Show. I'm David Bayliff, owner and creator of the Mobile PT League. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to the Highlight Series Show. I'm anticipating that this is going to be a good one tonight. I hope it's going to be a good one, because a lot of you asked some really good questions earlier today regarding marketing. I got them written down. I'm going to make sure that we address all those. Hello, Jen. How are we doing? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Highlight Series Show. Whew, I'm a little bit parched here. I've been talking a lot lately. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jen, I hope that I hope you had a fantastic day, Jen. I hope it was marvelous. I'm sure it was. I know you went out there and crushed it. So, Jen, I've got questions. Hello, Dwayne. I got questions that people posted earlier regarding some marketing, social media marketing. If you have questions, Dwayne, please feel free to post. Hopefully, I'll remember to catch them. Hopefully, I'll see them. But I do have some here. I do want to talk a little bit about. Great. Jen had an amazing day. I love it. F. Scott, man, how you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well, my friend. We're going to just dive right into it. We're going to talk about some marketing or social media questions. I had some great questions posted earlier, so if you have questions, and F. Scott, don't be asking me any hard questions, all right? Don't be asking me hard questions there, F. Scott, because you went to Wake Forest. You'll try to stump me. Hello, Robin. How you doing? Thank you so much. Dave Townsend is watching. Dave Townsend, thank you so much. Got to chat with that boy today. He's a good cat over there in Santa Rosa, California. He's close to wine country. That's what makes him a good boy. He's over there close to wine country. So anyway, marketing. First of all, what about marketing? All right. Let's look at it this way. Here's the thing about marketing. Okay, and actually, Belissa, she posted a question. Hello, Dustin. How you doing, brother? Everything is well over there in Nashville, Tennessee. We gotta get on the phone there, Dustin. So, Captain himself, Dustin. Man, but you're the admiral. You know what, Dustin? You're the admiral. That's who you are. Hello, Eugene. Belissa had a question earlier. What is marketing? She said, I'm still struggling with what is marketing. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be honest, full transparency. I didn't go to the dictionary. I didn't Google. I didn't go to Webster's or encyclopedia or whatever and look up marketing and see what marketing is. But let me tell you what marketing is. Marketing obviously it's selling, but marketing is a way that you're going to transfer your energy over to someone. You're going to transfer your energy over to someone. And you're going to inspire them to want to know more. You're going to inspire them to want to go deeper into what it is that you have to offer. That's what marketing is, in my opinion, my humble but accurate opinion. That's what marketing is, all right? Hello, John. So, anyway. So, those of you watching so far, just if you get that, let me see a type below, transfer of energy, all right? If you understand that marketing is really a transfer of energy. Hello, Erica. Marketing is a transfer of energy. Let me just see a type below, just like transfer, all right? Hello, Summer. How you doing? Hadn't seen Summer since like 10 minutes ago when I was doing another TV show. So I love it. So, what people want with your marketing. Hey, yeah, I like that shirt. Do you like that shirt, Erica? Yeah, we're going to be talking about this pretty soon. I tell you what, man, SSPT Live, people got to go to that. I'll be sharing some information on SSPT Live. If you're not familiar with SSPT Live and you've never been, let me just tell you right now, this is the absolute most fantastic event in all of healthcare that you will ever attend. I'm going to tell you guys, share with you guys a link of how you can find out more information about it, because it is truly the best, okay? But anyway, hello, Juanita. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, yeah, Summer's getting her cap fixed today. Here's what people want, okay, with the marketing, okay? We could look at marketing as your brand, okay? Because really, it is your brand that you're putting out there, your message that you're putting out there. It's your brand, okay? And people want your brand to... They want your brand to participate in their transformation. Okay, I already said marketing is basically a transfer of energy of what you can take someone through, the knowledge you can share, the solutions that you can provide to them. People want your brand to participate in their transformation. People inherently want to go through a transformation. Right, Tracy Shear? I mean, man, Tracy Shear is watching. She's like world famous. I'm honored and blessed for Tracy to be watching. But Tracy, does that not make sense to you? That marketing is a transfer of energy, that people want your brand to take them through a transformation. They want your brand to participate in their transformation because people inherently want to transform. And that's what they're looking for in your message of how you're marketing to them, right? Right? All right, does that make sense, people? Hello, Karen. That makes sense. Just type below transfer. That makes sense. That's what people want. Yep, your brand, their transformation. Absolutely, Karen. I love it, okay? Here's what you got to remember is that everybody wants to change. Everybody wants to change, okay? Hello, Brandis. Everybody wants to change. Everybody wants to transform, become someone else. Everybody wants to be somebody different. They want to be somebody better, right? Everybody wants to be somebody different. They want to be somebody better, especially if they're hurting, if they're in pain, if they are limited. They want to be someone better. They want to be someone different, okay? Or perhaps, and some of you might relate to this, in that you know that you have clients who deal with this. But perhaps some people simply want to become more self-accepting, of themselves. All right? People want to be somebody different. People want to be better. People want to be more self-accepting of themselves. I mean, let's face it. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. People, everybody out there, like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Everybody wants to be more self-accepting of who they are. And they want your brand to participate in that transformation. So when we're talking about marketing, when we're talking about social media, putting messages out there, that's what we need to think about. All right? That's what we need to think about. Your brand, your message of what you're putting out there, social media, whatever, in front of people, and I'm going to answer that question because that was a question from, who asked me that? I got it written down right here. I've got it here. Darcy asked me that question. Yep, Darcy Peach. I'm going to be talking to her real soon. She asked me that question about, social media or in person. So we'll address that. But your brand is helping people to become better versions of themselves. And in marketing, that's what you want. Your brand is helping people to become better versions of themselves, and that's what they want. All right. You are helping people to become wiser, to become better equipped, become more physically fit, to be able to function better, to get back out on the playground, maybe even be more at peace with themselves. How about that? That's what your brand is doing for them. That's what your message is leading them towards for your marketing. That's what people are looking for. Is how is your message, how is your brand helping them to become more at peace with themselves, helping them to become more physically fit, more able, more better equipped, smarter, wiser? Is your brand doing that for them? Is your message doing that for them? That's what you need to think about when you're doing your marketing. Okay? Let's face it, we are all participating in our customers' transformation. People who call us to inquire about our services, whether they know it or not, they are looking to go through a transformation. Hello, Alex. Thank you so much for watching tonight, brother. People are looking for a transformation to go through, and that's why they're calling you to even ask you, do you take my insurance? Or what's your price? Or whatever. Even if they just cut to, if they just are free people or cheap people and they just want the cheap, still they're looking to go through a transformation. So we want our marketing efforts to go to that. All right. Brands that participate in the identity transformation of their customers create passionate brand evangelists. How about that? So brands that participate in the identity transformation of their customers create passionate brand evangelist? And that's going to be a question that I'm going to answer here in a little bit that somebody left earlier, and I've got them all written down here in the names who wrote it, but so I don't recall offhand who wrote it, but I got it written down right here. So we'll talk about that. All right. Some important questions to ask. All right, hello, Dean. Some important questions to ask ourselves when we're marketing is, who does our customer want to become? Who does our customer want to become? What kind of person does our customer want to be? I've already said that people are looking to go through a transformation. They want to be fitter, wiser, smarter, better equipped, at peace, more self-accepting. So what kind of person do they want to be? And what is their aspirational identity? What's their aspirational identity? Hello, Christina. How are we doing? Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. What's their aspirational identity? What are our customers' aspirational identity? All right. So you might wonder, what is aspirational identity? Well, okay, let's say that you might be working with a population of CrossFitters. Okay, and maybe what they aspire to be are like some of these Uber, or they would love to look like these Uber CrossFitters. I don't know what you'd call them, but the people who are actually competing at like the big event in Las Vegas, the big national stuff. They want to look like that. So what you're going to maybe sell them on is that you can help them to transform into to looking like that. All right. A better example. Hello, Shaheen. How you doing? A better example would be like, for example, there may be a product. It might be a car. It might be something as simple as like a knife, okay? A knife, a Gerber knife that they sell at maybe at REI or at Home Depot or whatever, a Gerber knife. And a person might buy that knife not because they need the knife, but they buy that knife because the Gerber knife represents a brand where in their marketing it shows that people with a Gerber knife that they are adventuresome, that they got balls, they go for it, all right? They're fearless, they're action oriented, and they want to feel like that's who I am. I'm action oriented, I'm fearless, I got balls, I got guts, I'm not afraid. So in your marketing, you want to address that with people. Help them get to that, because that's the person that a lot of people want to be. Hello, Lionel. How you doing, buddy? Now I'll get to your question in a little bit, all right? So the money that people spend with you is more than the price of spending the hour with you, okay? The money they spend with you is more than just the price of what they're spending to be with you for an hour. And we know that, okay? You're helping that person to become a better person. You're taking that person through a transformation. You have defined an aspirational identity of the person, and you've invited them to step into it. So in your marketing and you're talking to people, that's what you want to address. That's where you want to get. Now, if you're paying attention, the things I just described, aspirational identity, that which people, who they want to become, what they want to become. They want to be fearless. They want to be at peace. They want to be more physically fit. That probably sounds a whole lot like understanding everything about your avatar. Does that sound a lot like Avatar? Knowing everything about your avatar? Not just who do you want to go after, but understanding everything about them. And that's why, like when I work with students, when I coach students, and we start talking about avatar, that's why I ask them, let's dive deep into who that person is, because in knowing that helps you to get your message or develop your message, which helps you with your marketing, which helps to attract the people's attention to want to think about choosing you for you to take them through transformation that they're really wanting to go through. How about that? So, your customers, your clients also, they care about how they want to be described, how they want to be described by other people, right? How they want to be described. They want people to look at them and see them as physically fit, see them as able, see them as able to perform, in the box or on the golf course or on the tennis court or out on the streets running. That's how they want to be perceived. All right. So how do they want to be perceived? That's one of the questions that you got to ask yourself. All right. All right. Remember, you are a guide in their plan. Hello, Darcy. Thank you so much for tuning in, Darcy. You are a guide. Darcy, I got your information. I'll get back to you. You're a guide, and you're offering more than your product or a plan. All right. Hello, Vincent. You're offering more than a product or a plan. Okay. Here's the thing. Leaders who care more about changing lives and less than about selling a product end up being pretty doggone good at both. When you focus on changing people's lives versus making a sale of a product, you're going to win at both. You're going to be pretty doggone good at both because that's what people want. People want a transformation in their lives, okay? Again, in talking about, this goes back to the avatar and diving deep in the avatar, okay? Brands that realize that their customers are human, filled with emotions, okay, driven to transform because people want to be transformed into someone different, someone better than where they currently are, all right? And they need help. Brands that identify that, okay, they truly do more than just sell their service, okay? They change people's lives. And for all of you who are certainly in the Mobile PT League, that's why you're here. One of the reasons why you're here is because you've got an interest of changing people's lives, of truly changing people's lives. Not how you change lives working in the mill, just grinding away, being an employee, but you know that you want to change people's lives. All right. So when you understand that, now you position yourself better. You give yourself a better opportunity to help people. All right, and your marketing efforts are going to be more successful. Right, Rob? I know Rob agrees with that, man. Rob, good stuff, man. Rob, man. Rob, I gotta get signed up on that. Well, I'm signed up. I got to watch the videos for the 10K challenge. So, hey, people, if you want to do some telehealth, Rob Biney's got his 10K challenge coming up real soon. You could win $10,000. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. All right. So, anyway, if you have questions, make sure that you post them below regarding marketing. I've got questions here. I'm going to go ahead and go through them. I know Miss Darcy's watching. Let's see. Darcy said, she asked how to bypass docs and go directly to the person you're targeting. I wrote avatar just to narrow it down or make it shorter, but how do you bypass docs and go directly to the avatar? Okay, and is it best to do in person or via social media? All right, so the way to bypass docs and go directly to the person that you want to for your avatar, a lot of ways around that, Darcy. Okay, you can do that through social media. You can do that through in person. I'm kind of answering the second part of your question here. Okay, you can do that with your Facebook, with targeting people through Facebook ads. You can do that through going to different networking groups, Chamber of Commerce, a lot of places where you can go and make yourself be known. You can publish yourself, whether that's a blog, whether it's Facebook Lives, whether it's podcast. If you're doing a podcast, you better make sure that you're targeting the public. And podcast is great for getting some name recognition and establishing yourself as authority, but it may or may not get you clients directly, particularly depending on where the podcast is directed to and who's picking it up. All right, but absolutely, you can bypass docs and go directly to the people, and it's all in just how you're putting your message out there. Now, going to docs is not a bad idea. Docs can still be your friends. They can still be your friends. But I just don't think that you need to be buying every physician in town and their whole staff lunches. All right? You don't need to be buying them all lunches. Create the opportunity for you to put yourself on their level. I mean, there are a lot of ways that we we have actually a lot of knowledge that docs don't have in terms of people actually getting better. But docs don't realize that because their egos might be in the way. But so you have to create the ability to put yourself on their level. And as long as you're buying docs lunches, well, you're just the lunch person. That's who you are. You're the lunch person. They're thankful that you brought them lunch today. All right, but don't put yourself in that position. So you can still be the doc's friends, okay? Or they can still be your friends. They can still refer you people. It's still a great idea to have that connection. But let's go directly to the people. All right, hello, Ruth. How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Melissa already answered Melissa's question about what is marketing, and that's it. Marketing basically is a transfer of your energy to the customer. Transfer of your energy to the customer, showing them that you recognize that they have an inherent internal problem and you have solutions to it, and you want to be their guide. It can be described in many ways, but that's one way to look at it. All right, hello, Brian. How you doing, buddy? All right, Ray asked earlier, Ray Bardinelli, he asked earlier, which platform is best for my audience? And that's a great question, Ray. And again, that goes back to knowing your avatar and knowing where your avatar is hanging out. All right, so if your avatar are the 45 and up year old, whatever, okay, they're probably not hanging out on Snapchat. So you may not want to be on Snapchat, okay? If your avatar happens to be the, let's say, middle-aged female, and maybe it's the middle-aged female soccer mom or volleyball mom or just the middle-aged female with kids, okay? They might be on Pinterest. They might be on Pinterest looking up stuff, looking at stuff, getting ideas for dinner to cook that night. So therefore, you might want to think about doing something on Pinterest. If you know that your avatar is more of a LinkedIn kind of person versus a Facebook or an Instagram, like let's say if you're going for the executives, the high-end executives, they may or may not be on Facebook. Maybe not. They may not be on Instagram, but they might be on LinkedIn. So if that's your avatar, go to that medium. All right? So just know where your avatar likes to hang out. And how do you know that? One is ask questions. As you meet some people who are your avatar, ask them, are you on any platforms? Ask them. All right. So, Bethany, she had a great question. She asked earlier, Google ads, okay, boost my post. Google ads, boost my post, is it worth it? She also asked, why don't all people who follow my page see my posts? Okay, great questions. Boosting posts, boosting ads. Well, I'll be honest. If you're on Facebook and you see that, hey, boost this post now or boost this ad now for $10 and we're going to make sure that it hits 500 people a day for the next, 5 days or whatever, boost this post, I'm going to be honest with you. If you do that, you are essentially giving Facebook $10. You're saying, here, Facebook, here's $10, okay? That's what you're doing. It's like, it's Facebook's way of standing at the street corner and panhandling for money. That's what boosting a post does, all right? Doesn't really go out to where you think you're going out, all right? So I wouldn't boost a post. You can do ads. Now, ads through Facebook are different. You can target ads. They are different. They actually do get to people that you want. But simply boosting is Facebook's way of standing at the street corner panhandling for money. So, hello, Jay. How are we doing, buddy? All right. Why don't all the people who follow my page see my post? Or how come all my friends don't see my post? It's a great question. It all comes down to the algorithm of Facebook and who you tend to interact with the most. Hello, Georgia. Who you tend to interact with the most. So, for example, I got a heap of people that I'm friends with on Facebook. Okay, I interact a lot with physical therapists because, number one, Mobile PT League. A couple other groups, Smart Success Physical Therapy, very active in. So the people in that, they're making posts. I'm interacting a lot on their post, commenting. I'm posting in here. I'm commenting on your post that are in here. So therefore, the algorithm of Facebook pushes you people to the front of the line for anything that I put out there. And the people who I'm friends with and been friends with for as long as I've been on Facebook, well, because maybe they aren't as active or they don't post as frequently, so therefore they get pushed lower down in the line because all of you people are posting a lot. I'm commenting, I'm interacting with you. And so that's why not everybody sees all your posts. All right, so and Facebook actually learns who and the type of person you like to interact with. So if Facebook sees that, oh, you tend to interact a whole lot with physical therapists, then the people who aren't physical therapists tend to just kind of fall out of your algorithm. And so if you want to get them back, you may have to purposely go search some of them out and start liking some of their things, sending them a message, whatnot, okay, to bring them back into kind of the forefront of your algorithm. Hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. So that's why not everybody sees your post, because of the algorithm of Facebook. All right. I have people that for a while, man, I saw their posts all the time. They aren't physical therapists, but I saw their posts all the time. Selfies all the time. There was this one guy, man, my wife and I, we joked, man. We always called him we called him the Daily Squeeze. I was like, oh, I'd kid my wife. I said, hey, your boyfriend, the Daily Squeeze, he posted. And this guy, he liked to do triathlons, and he always, had his kit, you'd wear when you cycle. He'd always have his kit on. But every time he took a selfie, it was hilarious, people. I got to tell you the story. Like, every time he took a selfie, he'd have a smile on his face, but you could tell he was straining his body to try to make every muscle just tense and tight, And sometimes he would have a picture like, he was with his bike and his back is to you, and he'd have a selfie, and it's supposed to be like this inspirational look, and you could tell the dude's totally like squeezing his butt cheeks together, But you could tell he was squeezing his calves, his butt cheeks. From a frontal shot, you could tell he was squeezing his quads. He was squeezing everything tight because it's like, it's like that muscle is just not tight just standing there. Come on, dude. So I called him the Daily Squeeze, all right? But you see him all the time. But then as I developed the Mobile PT League, became more associated with more physical therapists, his post fell off, and I never see him anymore. I think twice in the past year I've seen some of his come up. So it's just Facebook learns who you're interacting with. All right. Miss Dixie wanted to know what makes a post shareable. And again, people, if you have questions, please post, all right? Or please comment if you got a question. Dixie want to know what makes post shareable, all right? What drives someone to share a post? Okay, first of all, what makes a post shareable? If you're posting something and you're posting it from a closed group or a closed page where not everybody has access to it, then that person is not going to be able to share that post outside of your group or page if it is published within a private group. So therefore, you're not going to be able to share it out to the world. All right. Also, if your page is public, it also makes it a lot easier for the people to be able to share it. Okay, so if you want people to be able to share, make yourself public. Or if that person puts something out there, but their page is not public, then you're not going to be able to share that to people who are not friends with that person. So some people, they want things seen only by people that they're friends with. And maybe they post something that you love, it's inspirational, whatever, and you're like, oh, I want my people to see this. And you try to share it. And if some of the people that you see or that you're connected with are also connected with that person, they may see the post. But the people who aren't connected to that person won't see that post because that person's page may not. The settings may be on private. Okay? Hello, Chris. How are we doing, buddy? So that's what makes a post shareable. Okay? Now she has, what drives someone to share a post? honestly, it's how engaging is the post? How thought provoking? How much does it attract someone's attention? If something is really thought provoking, if it attracts an attention, if it is engaging, if it's just amazing infotainment, that's just fantastic, that's going to inspire someone to share the post. All right. If it's just kind of dull and ho hum, the person's not going to share it. Just plain and simple. It's just fact. All right. But Tracy Shear, she posts something about pelvic health and she does some great stuff, some funny stuff, some great images. Man, it's hilarious. I guess I want to share that out. So it's all in how engaging is it, how inspiring is it, how much does that post move you, or how much does your post move that person? If it really moves that person may be compelled to share your post. Voila. All right. Cool. Dave asks, favorite tool, method to set up scheduled post. Favorite tool to set up scheduled post. Simple answer. One good one is Hootsuite. Hootsuite's a great platform to use for sharing out posts. However, for scheduling posts. Hootsuite for scheduling posts. However, you can schedule posts only from a business page. You can't schedule out posts on a personal page, only from a business page. Okay. Hello, Andrew. How you doing, buddy? All right. And then INL, he also wanted to ask, what are some ideas, promotions? Why do some ideas or promotions, catch on while others do not, and what makes them contagious? All right. Well, INL, again, it's how inspiring is it? Is there a phrase there that just catches someone's attention? Is there something where you have defined that aspirational identity of someone, and that's what helps to draw them in and make them, it really catches their attention, and everybody's like, okay, what's the catch? Do you have a good catch? Do you have a good opening line that makes people go, ooh, what's this going to talk about? That's what's going to make something catch on. All right. Hello, Bethany. How are we doing? Bethany, hey, I just answered your question a little bit ago, Bethany. Okay, about Google Ads and boosting my post. So, Bethany, you asked that question. Boosting a post. My opinion, don't just simply boost a post, because in terms of Facebook boosting a post, all that does is it's Facebook's way of panhandling for money, standing on the street corner panhandling for money. When you simply boost a post, all you're doing is you're telling Facebook, here's $10, thank you very much for allowing me to have a page on your platform. It doesn't really get sent out to where you are intending for it to go out. But now if you do a paid ad, now it will go out more to where you want it to go with a paid ad. Okay? Oh, and the reason why not everybody sees your post who's connected to you is it all comes down to the algorithm of Facebook. And who do you tend to interact with most? What type of people do you tend to interact with most? Okay, if you've got friends, Facebook friends, personal friends that are on Facebook, but maybe they're hardly ever posting, maybe they're hardly ever on, then they're going to get pushed down the line on your Facebook's algorithm, and they're not going to see your stuff. Your stuff is going to go to people who are engaging with you and who you are engaging with. Here's another thing, okay, Bethany, that I just thought about, when I answered your question earlier, I forgot about this. When you make a post, and I know this goes along with you too, what makes a post, if you're talking about a post, which could be an ad, what makes it more contagious is that the more engagement that occurs on the post, the more that it gets pushed out there. All right. So, for example, right now, 8, 9, 10 people are watching. People have made comments. Because people have made comments, then the fact that this live is happening right now, the notification gets pushed to more people that, hey, the Highlight Series show is on, because you people, thankfully, are making comments. All right. Oh, Ray, that's right, buddy. Thank you for that, Ray. You like that shirt, Ray? I love it too, buddy. I love it too. Oh, I had a train of thought there. Something about the algorithm and engagement. So the more that people are commenting on a post, liking a post, but also commenting on a post, the more that it gets pushed out, to just a few more people, a few more people. Another thing also is, Bethany, is that if you want people to know that you've put something out there, then it also helps if they have their setting on, hey, every time Bethany makes a post, notify me. So if they haven't done that, that's also going to put them way down low on the list. All right? Excellent. All right. Cool. Questions, comments, concerns, people, anything. Any other questions regarding marketing, social media ideas? I went through, Ray, I just answered your question that, what platform is best to use for your audience. It depends on your audience. You know that, right? It's best for your audience. So that's why you need to know everything about your avatar, your audience. Where are they hanging out? Okay, if it's the executives, they're probably not on Snapchat. If it's the high-end executives, they might be more on LinkedIn, even more so than Facebook. All right, I know. I know the higher up people who I work with, they don't really do much, on Facebook, or if they do, they use it just to kind of interact with, their buddies or the family, but that's it. So therefore, they're probably not going to see your stuff because they don't interact on it very often, outside of just a way to see what their family is doing. So you got to know where they are, where they are. All right, excellent, super. Does that make sense, Ray? I'm sure it makes sense to you. All right, everybody. Any other questions? This is your chance to ask a question. I do appreciate everybody logging on tonight. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll put a poll up, see what people want to talk about. Maybe I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll have, I don't know. I know people always have questions about Medicare. Maybe we'll arrange something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But tomorrow's Friday. We got some more new people coming in tomorrow. I cannot wait. A heap of people coming in. So let's make sure that we all give them a warm, rousing applause. Welcome. All right, everybody. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. I hope this was some knowledge for you. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to kick it up a notch. But in the meantime, I'm going to go watch Big Brother and make it a great day.